Hi everyone, it's Cameron Lyons. Welcome back to another Project Life Process video. So this one is going to be week 5 for 2018, and I promised another video would be out soon, so here it is, nice and quick. So this spread, I actually had a lot of pictures of myself for once, which usually I don't have pictures of anybody, so it was kind of interesting to work with that, and you'll see how it turns out. And so for my embellishments, I decided to pull over the Ali Edwards Change story kit to work with it. And it's not the newest kit, but the second newest one. Because I live in Canada, it takes a long time for the kits to get to me. So I'm always kind of working behind what's popping, I guess. But it's still, it's fine. So mainly I'm going to be using the chipboard, the stickers, and 2 of the wood veneer phrases. So I put the chipboard on there because I wanted to tie in the red from the Have Courage Dear Heart title card, but it was a little too bulky, so I decided to try one of these stickers. It's a red heart that says full heart on it. And I also cut out this one that says make it happen because I wanted to kind of have 2. And I put on that picture of me in the mirror, but I decided not to leave it there because I don't like the handwriting of the make it happen together with the handwriting of that today's goals card. So I think it was a little too crowded, so I decided to remove it. So the first thing I'm going to officially do is stamp down the date on that title card. So this title card was from another Ali Edwards story kit, actually the Brave story kit, but I had actually already used the card in my Project Life from last year. But since I subscribed to the story stamp and the story kit, I was able to go onto my digital files and print this one off um, from the digital file, which was like really cool because I love this card so much. So I'm really glad I got the opportunity to use it for the second time. So that's uh, something I'm glad I was able to do. And so I'm gonna look and see, do I want the chipboard? Do I want the sticker? And I'm undecided, but the chipboard just looks a little too big and I like the more vibrant red of the sticker. But since I'm undecided, I'm going to go to something I know I want to do, which is journal around this photo of me. So I got really sick this week and decided to take a picture to document it. So this is me pouting in my room because I didn't want to go out and I just look really sick. So I just journaled around the empty space of that nice yellowish walls that are in so many of my photos because I have those nice yellow walls in my room, which is not the color I would have picked, but it's fine. It's neutral. At least it's neutral. It's not white, but it's neutral. So, the 2 wood veneer cards that I picked, or wood veneer pieces I picked, were love, and that's on that filler card. And then this one says hard, and I'm gonna put it on this journaling card that says moving forward. And both of my cards, actually are from Ali Edwards Change Kit. So I put the hard one on that because I'm gonna do some really kind of sad journaling on that one. About my great grandma actually passed away this week, so uh, I thought that card with the wood veneer really fit that theme. So I stamped the date and I'm gonna go and start journaling, but I decided I wasn't ready to tackle it yet because it was sad, like I said, and I wanted to look up a quote that I was gonna put at the top, so I decided to leave it and move on to some happier journaling with the love wood veneer. And I'm going to be journaling about the photo to the right of it, which is a picture of me and my little calendar that I got as a Christmas present for myself. So I was really excited this week that I was going to flip it from January to February, which is the class marsupialia. So I was excited to see the new pictures. Kind of stupid, but it made me happy, so I took a picture of it, and I'm glad I was able to document it, even though it's kind of silly. So I'm just going to underline the journaling about that little adventure and go ahead and look at it. And there's something missing. It looks good, but I want to add a little something more to it. So I grab over these word phrase stickers, which were from Ali Edwards' Love Story Kit. Um, and they're really neat because they're clear instead of the usual like solid color background. So I pull over one that says my favorite and it's spelled the American way without the U. So that's a lot of products. Well, obviously cuz they're American, but I just think about it when I'm using them like, oh, It's not how I spell favorite. Anyways, that's not important. What's important is that this product is really cool and pretty, so I like to use it. So I just put my favorite underneath it because this is my favorite calendar. And that to me completes the card, so I'm going to go ahead and slide it in there. And I'm not going to do anything to the photo of me, so I'm going to go ahead and put it in as well. So the next thing I'm going to do is the journaling. So I went and looked up a quote, and it was all that we love deeply becomes part of us. So I'm going to alternate between all caps and lowercase handwritten journaling to kind of mix it up and make it more aesthetically pleasing. So I'm really glad. Obviously, I was sad when I was writing it, but I'm glad I was able to have the chance to document it, and that it's in my project life now. So I'll always remember it. Well, not like I would forget, but. So I decided since I have one of those word fair stickers, I should probably have another one. So I'm going to go and grab one that says embrace the moment, and I'm going to put it on my title card. And since it's clear, it's really hard to see where you're sticking it down. So I stuck it down a little too close to the have, but like I couldn't have pulled it out without ripping it. So I looked at it, I was like, it's fine. I'm not going to reprint or anything. It doesn't look bad. It's just not what I would ideally have imagined, but I still like the way it looks. So next I'm going to stick down that full hard sticker. I decided the chipboard wasn't going to work. So, and then do a little bit of journaling about my little cactus. This was actually my great grandma's cactus that I inherited. So I'm talking about how I'm going to take really good care of him and um, baby him and everything, make sure he stays alive. So there's a nice empty space on that card underneath the sticker that I was able to journal on, and I really like how that one looks. And once that's done, I'm going to staple just for the extra security and embellishment and slide it into the pocket. And then the last card I'm going to work on is that picture of me in the photo, and I mean in the mirror, and I wasn't going to add anything to it, but then I was like, if I have 2 of those word phrase stickers, I should probably have 3, because 3 is the magic number of scrapbooking. So I pull over one that says looking on the bright side, and I stick it down, and it's not in the right place. So I pull it up and I stick it down again, and it's totally crooked, and I was like, oh yikes. But I looked at it and I was like, okay, I'm not going to reprint the picture. I'm not going to get another sticker. So I'm just going to slide it in, and it's going to be fine in 10 years when I look at it. So I'm sorry if 10 years in the future, Cameron, you're watching this and you're like, why didn't you change the sticker? I'm sorry. I didn't think it would be a big deal. But then I'm just going to do some quick journaling on that today's goals card, which is from the Ali Edwards Change Kit. It's a pad of paper, and I love this card. It's so aesthetically pleasing to me. Like, it looks so beautiful, and you can just have a little short bit of journaling, and it looks really nice. And I've noticed a lot of scrapbookers have been using it, and I'm probably going to use it at least like 10 times this year, so watch out for that. So I'm just going to do some journaling about how my goal was to get out of the house because I was sick, and we went to a coffee shop with my boyfriend, so that was really fun. And then I'm going to underline and stamp the date. I stamped the date in the bottom left instead of the right because the date was on the right in the journaling below it. So just a little picky thing, but once I stamp it down, this spread is done, and I really like how it turned out. It's not necessarily the color scheme or anything that I would usually use, but I think it looks really good. It's one of my favorite spreads so far this year. I mean, there's only been 5, but I still really like it. So please leave a like if you feel the same, and subscribe, and maybe even leave a comment if you're feeling good.